Welcome to another edition of Hypo Brew. I'm Tom Brennan. Today we're going to put together a hop screen. You may be asking yourself, why would you need a hop screen? Well, it's pretty simple. When you throw pellet hops into a boil, the hop resin and the hop particles get all over the place and it could clog things up. And sometimes you actually don't get a whole lot of wort out of it, or be getting more wort if you're able to filter that out. And that's why I'm going to build a hop screen today. This hop screen, most of the parts at my home improvement store cost me about $12.20. So really, actually, pretty inexpensive. The only thing it doesn't that does not include is a paint strainer bag that I had picked up earlier. But these are $3. You can get 2 5-gallon paint strainer bags. So what I have is a coupler that I was able to get at the store. I also have a clamp. I was able to get a long rod, and what I was able to do beforehand was actually, before I shot the video, was I cut it into 3 pieces so this way it would stretch across the kettle, and I'll show you the kettle later on. And birds are killing one another since it's springtime. Maybe they're not killing one another though. And then I also have various nuts and washers and things like that, so we're going to put it all together. What I've already done here is I've already marked off about a third of the way around where I'm going to be putting my holes. I have a drill here with a 1/4-inch drill bit. Battery's charged, that's always important. It always seems like on brew day, this drill just doesn't seem to have enough power to power my grain mill, but that's another video. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're actually going to pretty much do the only real hard operation we need to deal with, and that's just drill the holes into this coupler here. Okay, there's all the hard work. Okay, I've already put the 2 arms, I'll say, on here. So what I was doing when I did that was I have the nut here that I put on the screw, I'll say. All right, I've got the washer. I'm going to put that inside my hole that I've created. Put another washer in there like so, and then take yet another nut and put that in there. And then we're just going to, kind of hand tighten. It doesn't need to be super tight. And there we have the 3 arms that we're going to need. The next thing we're going to have to do is actually going to do like the reverse. So instead of having 2 nuts on there, or I should say 2 washers, we're going to have 1 washer. And this washer is basically just going to be what is going to hold the strainer on the kettle. So this way it doesn't, it doesn't fall in. Now I'm going to guess that I'm going to have to adjust this for my kettle, but we'll get to that in a few moments. So this is just a very large washer, but I think probably one of the bigger ones that I was able to get. So this way this kind of acts as kind of a catch. So we'll do that here. There are some pro strainers that are out there, stainless steel, and which look awesome. They probably are awesome, but for I don't know what, $12 or $13, and I made it myself. It's not really too, it's it'll definitely do the job, and that's kind of what homebrewing is. It's kind of like a DIY type of thing now, isn't it? To a certain degree, I think. All right, there you have it. I've taken my kegel out just to take a look at it and see how it's fitting inside of the strainer, or with the strainer bag inside of it. What I have done is I've taken the liberty of not boring you and actually pulling in the washers that I have at the end here. So this way it fits snugly on here. When I purchased this rod, I didn't think it was going to be long enough, putting it into 3 pieces, but there's certainly enough space on either one of these sides. So I just figured, the price is worth it. I just get something bigger. If I need to cut it down, I will, and I probably will trim it down at some point in time. The strainer itself, if I were to reach down in here, there is about 1.5 inches of space in here, so there's certainly enough, instances where all of the hops will touch the wort. I won't have to worry about, a big portion of it not touching. And all in all, I have to say I'm pretty happy with what I was able to do. This is a PVC coupler. You may be saying, well, PVC and heat, it's not touching the wort, so I won't have to worry about that. And this long screw here, it may be zinc, but again, it's not touching the wort. I did go ahead and get stainless steel washers and nuts because they were cheap enough and it was the only thing that was available there. But again, for a total of $12 plus whatever the strainer bag would run you, which would probably be maybe $5 for 2 strainer bags, it is certainly worth a while, and I can't wait to use it this weekend. And I'll give you an update. All right, until later, guys, check out the comments below. If you want to add any comments, maybe if you want me to do something else, another type of video, I'd be more than happy to do it. I'll answer all your comments. And make sure to subscribe because there's plenty more to come because it's starting to become summer outside. See ya.